The truth about Real Madrid is somewhere in the middle. Xabi-Ball is a work in progress. It may not have been the most definitive stretch of the season, but it was certainly a challenging one, a period in which Real Madrid were put to a proper test of their abilities. How good is this team now? How strong are they mentally? Tactically? Over a block of matches against Getafe, Juventus, Barcelona, Valencia, Liverpool, and Rayo Vallecano, Real Madrid faced an array of challenges that revealed much about the squad's current state. By the time they concluded this demanding period before the international break, there were no definitive conclusions to draw, no obituaries for the team, and no imaginary trophies handed out prematurely. This team could have dominated every opponent only to falter in the spring, or struggled in these months but peaked in May and June to win silverware. What this stretch did provide, however, was a clear lens through which to measure Real Madrid's current form and potential. Xabi Alonso's philosophy: building a team for the long run. "We're going to go all the way with this squad," Xabi Alonso said before Real Madrid faced Juventus. "We're growing and we can play well. We can compete consistently. We have a complete squad with different qualities. We have dynamic players with the potential to develop. My job is to invest in them so they're better at the end of the season. In 2 months, we've seen the development of many. We want to compete now and we're doing well. With the ambition to keep improving." Alonso did not inherit the same unified team that existed in the 2023-2024 season. He arrived to a locker room bruised from a difficult campaign, where confidence had dipped and morale had fractured. Many players were low on belief, and several areas of the squad needed careful rebuilding. Rekindling the spark. Vinicius Jr.'s revival. One of Alonso's most notable achievements so far has been reigniting the brilliance of Vinicius Jr., the 2024 Ballon d'Or winner. The reason is that Vinicius is very good and fundamental, decisive, Alonso said when asked whether his arrival and decision to relieve Vinicius as an undisputed starter unlocked the Brazilian's potential last month. "I'm happy to see Vinicius enjoying himself, smiling. Before the Getafe match, we talked about the impact he could have and how he could change the game off the bench. We need him to be focused on the game and what he does well. His day-to-day performance is good, and he responds very well in games." This careful management illustrates Alonso's broader approach: nurturing talent, fostering confidence, and allowing Real Madrid to evolve organically rather than forcing instant results. Real Madrid today. A work in progress. The truth about Real Madrid lies somewhere in the middle. They are not an unstoppable force, but they are far from broken. Xabi-Ball is still very much a work in progress, an ongoing experiment in blending youth, experience, and tactical discipline. This period has shown us that Real Madrid has resilience, potential, and moments of brilliance. With Alonso at the helm, the team is growing into a cohesive unit capable of competing at the highest level. The journey is far from complete, but the signs are promising. Real Madrid and the illusion of a crisis. Perhaps the most striking aspect of this challenging stretch is that after Real Madrid lost only one game, there are already murmurs of a crisis, even while they sit atop the league table. "I can't give Xabi Alonso advice," former Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti said during a press conference in Brazil. "I watch all the Madrid matches because I want to see how the Brazilians are doing, and I see the team is doing very well. They have won almost all the matches, but unfortunately in football, you can't always win. Sometimes you have to draw. One thing I learned at Real Madrid is that a draw here is often treated as the prelude to a crisis. No jokes. You have to get used to that. We already know that the main evaluation of a coach is the results, and so far the results have been spectacular. Leading the league and among the top 8 in the Champions League. What more can we ask of Xabi? I see a solid team, especially in defense, and very effective up front. Mbappé is performing brilliantly, and Bellingham is back. I think Xabi can succeed without any problem. Xabi Alonso's project. Just getting started. How many more reminders do we need that Xabi Alonso's project at Real Madrid has only just begun? By the time the team completed their 4-0 demolition of Valencia, they had cemented their best start to a La Liga season in 64 years. Not Zinedine Zidane, Carlo Ancelotti, Vicente Del Bosque, or José Mourinho achieved this milestone. You would have to go all the way back to Miguel Muñoz's legendary 1961-1962 squad, widely regarded as one of the finest teams ever assembled. Of course, Alonso's start does not constitute a definitive claim to greatness. It will mean little if the season ends without trophies. But the key takeaway is clear. The truth about Real Madrid lies somewhere in the middle. On one extreme, the narrative of DEFCON 1, an imploding dressing room full of egos and a manager without respect, is false. On the other, the image of a flawless team cruising toward its first ever treble is equally inaccurate. Real Madrid, under Xabi Alonso, is navigating a delicate balance, rebuilding confidence, integrating talent, and evolving tactically while maintaining results. This nuanced reality is what makes Real Madrid both fascinating and unpredictable this season. The team is not perfect, but it is far from broken, a dynamic in progress that promises excitement for fans, analysts, and football purists alike. Finding the middle ground. Real Madrid's work in progress. Sometimes we're too quick to swing to extremes, missing the middle ground where the real truth lies. Real Madrid still have room for improvement against elite opposition, teams that play at high intensity. Until proven otherwise, they are not yet on the level of squads like PSG, Bayern Munich, or Arsenal. On the other hand, Xabi Alonso has already raised the team's floor. He has improved Real Madrid's pressing, integrated attacking stars into defensive responsibilities, and is building a squad that will gradually improve over time. The challenge of finding a consistent 11. Alonso has yet to settle on his best 11 and preferred formation. He frames this as adaptability. Real Madrid have a big, versatile squad capable of multiple looks. But at some point, he will need to land on a core structure, while keeping all players in rhythm, including those who are currently frozen out. Dani Ceballos, under 300 minutes in La Liga. Rodrygo and Brahim Diaz, under 300 minutes. Gonzalo García, under 100 minutes. Endrick, just 12 minutes. These are all capable players who can contribute meaningfully. Part of the challenge is that coming in cold can limit impact. For instance, Rodrygo was thrown on the right wing at Anfield with little preparation. Meanwhile, Kylian Mbappé has racked up over 1,000 minutes in the league. In the 4-0 dismantling of Valencia, it took Alonso 85 minutes to substitute the French star, valuable minutes that could have gone to developing other talent like Gonzalo García. Tactical flexibility versus squad harmony. It's a matter of quality of the individual players, Alonso said before the Clásico when asked about the need for a target man. We have another kind of striker with much more mobility, accuracy with his passing, accuracy with his movements. And we need to use that. But we know that we need to be flexible to choose another approach in another game, and the squad is big enough for that. Pressure to play Gonzalo García will likely increase as the season goes on. Despite La Fabrica talents often being overlooked in favor of big-name stars, Gonzalo's profile fits Real Madrid's needs, especially when facing teams with elite full-backs like Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the greatest crossers of his generation. The challenge will be deploying so many creative players while ensuring someone consistently supplies the right passes. Alonso's challenges are both tactical and human. Beyond formations and strategies, keeping the squad harmonized and making every player feel like a vital part of the project is just as critical as winning matches.